Hey, Lawn Care Millionaires. My name's CJ. I own Buffalo Outdoor. I am a Lawn Care Millionaire and wanted to share with you a little bit about my background. We started out in 2016, just mowing grass. We did $125,000 that year. We, evolved into fertilization, weed control, pest control, and now, this year we'll do just under $4 million. So in the beginning, it was very messy. It was very stressful. It was very chaotic. Hours were insane. So yeah, in the beginning, it wasn't fun. So I think at the point in the business where things start to loosen up a little bit, because everybody goes through that time where I don't know if I can take any more of this, and where you finally get that break is when you finally start having some money to hire help. And I would say that's probably around, the 1 to 2 million mark, maybe before, maybe a little after, depending on what services you're doing. Once you start being able to get people in there with you, and it's not just you against the world, it's really a game changer. And then that's when that stage of the business is about finding the people. And you'll hear that talked about over and over again, because that's the game, is just finding the right people to help you move forward, take things off your plate so that you can focus on, pushing the business forward. Yeah, so right now, like we said, we're just under 4 million this year, projected right now. And we're close to 35, 40 employees, depending on the season. And like I said, we do pest control, fertilization, weed control. We're starting an irrigation division, so we're doing some expansion. We just did a rebrand. I would say the strategy is more developing the organization, developing the management teams, the things that they're going to be able to help us level up going forward. Those are the things we're focusing on now. I think one of the things that's really important to focus on right now, there's information everywhere, and there's a lot of good information everywhere. But even good information at the wrong time can produce bad results. And so knowing your place, knowing the stage of business that you're at is really important. And looking back, I was lucky enough to get good advice early on in the business, because there's a lot of things you hear that people are talking about doing, books that they're reading. Whereas if you're doing $250,000 a year in revenue, you have no business, spending hours and hours on, an org chart or, management structure and stuff like that. Your process is text the office and tell them not to do it again. You need to be, simplifying. Less is more. Another great piece of advice I got was, especially in the early stages of the business, don't get too bogged down in processes, because they change so fast when you're in that early stage. The processes that you put in place, if you're growing fast, if that's your goal, they're going to be different. 80-20 rule, Pumpkin Plan's a great book. Focus on just those very few things that you're gonna do, and do them as fast as you can, because the faster you can get through that first part, like I said, it gets you to the point where you can finally afford help, and that's when you start to see the light, and you start to get that second wind of energy. So one of the things too early on, because the question is, what advice, you don't know what you don't know. So what advice should I be implementing, and what should I be waiting on? And that's another reason being in a peer group is crucial, because you can be around people that have been there, done that, and they can tell you, no, you don't need to be focusing on that right now. You need to be focusing on this. And you're going to learn a lot of stuff that you're going to want to go back to later on. And that's fine. You write that stuff down, file it away, and for another day. But just know, what that information is for, or what the appropriate time to allocate a lot of energy on that topic. Thank you all for taking the time to watch this video today. Hopefully you got something out of it. Make sure to follow LCM on all of our platforms. If you want to be featured as a Lawn Care Millionaire, just click the link below.